William Byron. Blaney gets caught up.
The big one at Daytona.
And more.
Wow.
All those Fords were struggling to get around Chastain. Who could get around to get that clean air track position first?
Jesus
That's what
fucking
happened.
Christ.
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. I mean, it's a parking lot down there. Cars parked everywhere.
Blaney out. Big damage on him.
Totally broke on the back. That one's done.
Keselowski all wadded up. Gilliland, the black and red car, right with him.
Anthony
Alfredo there.
His car is damaged.
Reddick, massive damage on him. Thursday night winner Tyler Reddick. Martin Truex. Eric Jones comes to pit road. So does Kyle Larson. Denny Hamlin made it back to the pits. So did Chris Buescher.
Well,
a lot of damage.
It just always gets to this point. As you get to the end of the race, the pushes get harder. Everybody's just throwing caution to the wind to say the heck with it.
Coming to the final five laps.
To the front. Martin Truex tore it bad right there.
Well, Chastain, I mean, I'd say he was a lone wolf up there. He was throwing blocks left and right, and they were making moves. It was Alex Bowman with a push into William Byron that did not go well. But it was the movement in front of them started stacking those guys up.
Yeah, when they get to blocking and moving out of line, those bump drafts just become misaligned, and all that energy going forward, they can't stop it, and they wind up running into the back of each other, misaligned, and they wreck, just like they did right there. Chase Briscoe, the Mahindra Tractors cam, as he sits stopped. Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney. Here's some audio from William Byron.
Yeah, I think we just got crossed up there, like the 6 and the 1 were changing lanes a bunch, and I was getting pushed.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we just mentioned. So let's take a look at it. Yeah, and you're going to see William Byron right here.
Byron.
Actually, all three of those.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good.
all three of those.
I'm glad you hit that.
And you see Alex Bowman up the racetrack, and then
It's a little bit of a shove.
they start zigging and zagging here, and
6 makes a move. 24 gets shoved.
Well, obviously,
the 6 out.
William Byron and Bowman, that's where it ended up. But the movement from the 6 and the 22, jockeying for position, trying to outduel one another to that position of passing Chastain, that's what stacked all those guys up and got them in trouble. Those guys were going for it. Chastain was holding them up. You saw the 6 go to the bottom. You saw the 22 go to the outside.
Like a graveyard.
The race was on, and unfortunately, those guys behind him.
this gives you a much better view right there. You see the 24 car just being pushed, and sometimes you're not aligned, and you know you're not lifting, and that car gets to moving around, and you hope it works out, and it just didn't work out right here.
We saw this same scenario playing out at the duels the other night when Blaney got in a wreck. You really can't pin it on anybody. It's hard racing, everybody going for it, but when those cars move in front of them, it slows the energy down. Let's ride with Alex Bowman.
Alex Bowman's point of view.
Trying to stay off of
Nearly
him.
misses
You heard
it.
him lifting out of the gas
Several times.
Daniel Suarez's point of view, car involved.
You're not going to run 3 wide that long.
Well, we said it several laps ago, right? We both said it. The way that the pushes were coming, it was just a matter of time before this happened. And with the energy and everything that there is right now, it's just too much for the cars to handle.
This could get interesting because Suarez is supposed to run an Xfinity race today.
Getting out of shape, and it's not time
After
to
this
lift.
race.
There's Denny Hamlin.
Hamlin's point of view.
What a terrible feeling.
Nothing he could do. Long for the ride. Landed right in his lap. And we'll look out the back of Ross Chastain's number 1.
There's the back of Chastain. Ah. Which has an ugly mess.
And this is Ross Chastain's crew led by Phil Surgeon. They were out in front of it.
I mean, that was inches that they missed the back bumper of that car.
Yeah, when Kozlowski turns.
Oh my gosh. If that left rear quarter panel wasn't curved in a little bit, I mean, it went right with the curvature of the left rear quarter panel.
Ross Chastain and Brandon McReynolds did a phenomenal job of keeping those guys behind him. Had he slipped up one time and missed a block, he'd have been right in the middle of that.
All right, let's do this next replay in real time.
Looks much more scarier than normal speed.
Chase Briscoe, the Mahindra tractor cam. That was Days of Thunder right there.
I mean, it's just a typical super speedway wreck that happened at the front of the pack and at the end of the straightaway.
Ty Gibbs was one of the cars
There's just nowhere to go and nothing to do. You just hope you're not damaged as bad as everybody else.
Now the driver's not just there along for the ride. Let's watch Daniel Suarez.
Inside of the cockpit, Daniel Suarez.
You saw that steering wheel spin hard. That's why he's got his hands off it to avoid injury.
Yeah, and I saw him squint his eyes after that first hit. Those were big hits.
All right, Denny Hamlin next.
Yeah, those hits are coming from behind the car, and those are the worst hits in this car as you're getting rear-ended. And you see his head fly forward. Those are actually coming from the back of the car. Some of them are from the front, but the first couple shots are from the back of the car, and that's just the violence of the wrecks that happen in this vehicle.
And here's Eric Jones.
Never stopped driving.
No, he'd drive it all the way, but I like the way he had it hands on the wheel where he couldn't get a thumb or a finger caught in the spokes if that thing hooked around on him.
Foot on the throttle too. He was wheeling it. That one got his wrist.
Yeah,
that one got his wrist.
Grabbed his hand. Yeah,
a tough week for Ryan Blaney.
Blaney
Thursday
always
night
has the hardest hits. I
and
wonder
Monday
why.
night. Joey Logano.
You see how quick they want to get their hands off the wheels with these rack and pinion steerings, Kevin. Tell us how much stronger that is than what it used to be.
Yeah, and that's the reason that you see a lot more of these guys take their hands off the wheel, because